Alright, well, this is the last load. This is like all the deer sheds I found this year. My worst ever year for deer sheds. I just didn't look in the areas where they were, but that's the rest of my year. Still a few sheds I gotta grab from the junk piles, but pretty sweet. Still managed to get a few pretty good bulls. That's the bull from Jackson Hole. It's like a 315 bull, a 335 set, 330 single, about a 310 single, and then like a just under 300 class set. So pretty cool. Let's get the rest of them and get it all set out for you. Alright, well, I got everything set out, and here it is. It's pretty good. Again, not my best year ever for total sheds, but second best year as far as elk numbers go, with 136 elk antlers. Probably my second best year ever with moose sheds too. Those two are both pretty big. I think that's my second biggest brown ever, and that might be my biggest paddle I've ever found. It's like 8 pounds, but pretty fun for sure. I don't know what the deal is this year. We saw a lot of bulls this year and just couldn't match anything up for some reason. You know, I guarantee I've seen about 80 bulls this year, and this is all I've got for browns, and freaking half of them are from Jackson and or Idaho, so I don't know where all the bulls are this year, but still fun. This is my worst ever year for deer sheds, though. That's literally all I found for deer sheds. I don't really know what happened. Whitetail sheds sucked this year. I only picked up one little one. Just kind of, I don't know. Just a weird year. It's a bad snow year for us, and I think it threw a lot of things off, but just how it goes sometimes. Still managed quite a few sheds, obviously. I think I have like 170, but the next week I'm going to spend driving down to Texas and shed hunting Idaho, Utah, New Mexico. On my way down there, just explore a bunch of new stuff and hopefully pick up like 30 more elk sheds, but we'll see. Anyway, we'll go through them real quick. That's a pretty nice single. I think that bull was just under 310 if he matched. Still no idea where that matches. I looked for it like 3 different occasions. That's my big single from Jackson Hole. That's the big brown single, big heavy bull from around here that I spent like 25 miles trying to match up and never could. This is my second biggest set ever. A hard white set from the same area where that bull was picked up. Here's the freaking giant. Still no idea where he went this year. This bull is from where I found that big heavy brown. Just a nice set. He's broken, so he doesn't quite hit 290, but still a great bull. And then we've just got like a chalk set I picked up last week, and then some other small 6 points, and of course a bunch of rags like we're used to picking up. As far as keepers go, I'll probably keep these 2 moose sheds just because that one's big and that one's brown, and I don't do a lot of moose shed hunting. And then I'll keep that little brown 6 point just in case I pick him up next year. I'll keep that set, this set, single. I'm going to sell that one because it's not really important to me, because it's from Jackson, which is just kind of like just a good seller day for us, I think. Then I'll keep that one in case I pick him up next year, and I'm pretty sure I have a year off of him. And then as far as everything else goes, I think everything else is going to get sold, besides maybe like this one. Some of these broken pedicle bulls are pretty cool. He's got some funky stuff going on down there. I'll probably sell that one. I have a bunch of broken pedicle bulls, but I'll keep this one. That cool little guy. Broken pedicle, and I think this one would come straight out the face like that, like right down his head. So pretty cool shed there as well. But definitely do 1 or 2 more videos after this, maybe more, of me on my way to Texas and stuff with what I find down there. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the year so far. And so just real quick, what I thought I'd do is go through the sheds that I'm going to keep this year. Selling roughly 100 pounds of brown, 80 pounds of hard white, and then a mix of chalk and junk and stuff. So here's what I've got, and that's just elk shed. So it's the first shed I'm gonna keep. This is Goofy one. Again, the way I thought it would sit based on the base is that it would sit like this and run straight down the elk's face. So cool shed there. Never found one quite like that on the broken pedicles, so that one's definitely gonna stay. Obviously I don't keep many hard whites, but something cool like that obviously makes the pile. So that's one. This is gonna make it. It's one of my moose paddles I found this year. Don't find a whole lot of moose paddles, so I'm gonna get my hands on some decent ones. They definitely make the keeper pile, so that one's pretty cool. Starting to go chalky on the inside, but it's definitely last year's shed. That's just, they just age really fast, unfortunately. So there's that one. Other one I'm gonna keep is this brown moose paddle that I found. Danny actually has a last year of this bull, so he's gonna end up getting this set or this shed at some point. But probably my second biggest brown moose paddle I've ever found, so pretty cool. Glad we can keep that one too. Next, I've got a smaller brown 6-point, probably like a 240, 250 bull, just a small shed. Keeping this because this is an area I like to hit. I don't think anyone else really hits it, so I like to keep any like brown 6 points that I have a chance of picking them up the next year. So I'm keeping this little guy. He should be pretty decent next year. So there's that one. Next one I'm keeping is from the same area. It's this nice 6-point, about a 305 bull-ish. Good beam length on him. Nothing real special in the tie-in department, but just a good heavy shed. And I'm pretty sure I have last year's browns of this bull, and then a hard white set from the year before that I picked up off him last year as well. So pretty sure this is my third year off of this bull, so I'm going to keep him, so I have the chance of getting him next year as well. So that's the reason for that one. Next up, we have this set from the Dark Timber. Not a giant bull, but really pretty color on him. You can see, if I get up close, how caked these antlers are just from him rubbing. So it's a cool set. Little tiny bit chewed on the top on here and a couple times, but sweet set, just under 300, like 290 broken, so he would have been right around 3. Should have a decent chance of picking him up next year as well, as long as I get in there at the right time. So I'm keeping this cool bull. I mean, this will be a keeper set forever too, but like, that's why for this year specifically. Okay. Next, we have my biggest brown of the year. One of my biggest browns ever. Certainly the heaviest antler, most mass I've ever found on an antler. Again, nothing, his tines look not that great, but it's just because of how heavy this shed is. Definitely one of my favorite antlers. Still a big disappointment I could never match this bull up, but that thing is definitely one of my favorite antlers I've ever found. And I picked up his set 2 years ago, so again, more history with another bull. So he'll probably be back next year if he survives, and I can't imagine he's getting a whole lot bigger than this, even though he should be getting to peak maturity. Maybe he'll pop that 7-point next year. That'd be pretty cool. But yep, so you got that one. And the final things I'm keeping, of course, are my big set of the year. It's 335 bull with the giant fronts and giant thirds. I might have picked up a shed off of this bull last year that was like 2 years old. It's hard to say. There's a few sheds we have off of bulls that kind of look like this, but it's just hard to say. This bull is just so big. Again, no idea where this bull ended up wintering this year, which sucks, but definitely keeping this giant set. It's my second biggest set ever, so hopefully in the next week, as I make my way down to Texas for my internship, I can pick up something good like this, just a nice 320, 330 set somewhere down there in the desert, but we'll see. I don't know how many pounds I'm keeping. Probably that's a 20-pound set, 10 pounds. I mean, probably about 40 pounds of elk antler, 50 pounds of elk antler right there with this big set, the single, and those singles. Probably about 40 pounds of elk antler and 15 pounds of moose, and then I'm selling all that and all that. So again, pretty fun year. Like I said, I'm hoping to get a few more on my way to Texas, but we'll see what happens. So thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode.